Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. BTM here, bringing you another narrated Age of Empires 3 match. Today we have French versus Ottomans, both Master Sergeants, on the Painted Desert. Sorry for the lack of uploads in recent days. I spent the weekend out partying and having a good time with old friends from a distance. I'll probably maybe make a video about some of those experiences soon. And then I followed that up by getting very, very sick. And it was kind of stupid. It wasn't like hungover, like, oh, I went too crazy. It was like, my body quit on me. So a little bit of sickness, a little bit of hoarse voice. But the good news for you guys is that you will be seeing some hotkey action. Like right there, I used the E key to make a house appear. And I'm trying to use more hotkeys to improve my gameplay, because I've always been about a Master Sergeant, Second Lieutenant in the game for 5 years, for forever. Basically 5 years in game terms is forever. And I want to get a little bit better. So that's what we're going for. Pardon me if you hear my chair squeaking, or again my voice is a little bit hoarse. The illness affects me slightly, and when it rains it pours, but luckily BigThunderMan does not get rained on. But look at that, pressing the M key, making a market appear, using shift click to kind of string together my actions a bit, playing a bit of French too, just trying to get everything set up. And I put some villagers here onto wood because I have 30 gold already. I anticipated being able to pick up a little bit more gold. I wanted to be able to get hunting dogs early in the first age. I think that's standard with French. I haven't really bothered to learn the standard builds, because standard builds are for people who want to play standard. I want to play fun, baby. That's right. BTM is fun. Probably didn't need to put that many people on food. In hindsight, I could have left maybe all of them there and then moved over one or two. But I did it anyway, and I do not regret my choice. Managed to grab a cow, get another cow, and then he snares me with his scout. And the scout starts attacking me, and I can't figure out why. And then I'm like, I just want to go get the treasure. And I come to the conclusion that he's snaring me because he wants to grab the treasure, and indeed he is there to grab the treasure, and then he's shooting me, and then there's another scout attacking me on the other side of the map or something, and it was very stressful while playing. I guess he must have ran into the 2 scout treasure and been able to pick it up, so that lucky son of a bitch was attacking me. But I mean, seriously, like, it was just like he would not stop. So I ended up having to fight him both. And no, he was just, rather than go grab treasures, he's like, screw it, I'm going to go kill BTM's Explorer, I'm so cool. And I did not think it was quite as cool as all that. But I made a little bit of a mistake here. Obviously, my Explorer wouldn't win against his Explorer and his Scout, especially since he had snared me. By the way, look at this, I stopped villager production like an idiot. I thought, oh, I'll age up with 12, and then I remembered that French usually age up with 14. So not doing a good thing. I do move that cow over to the side of the map in order to keep it from being caught by his scout. So anyway, I should have made a beeline to my town center immediately when he started attacking me, and I chose not to. I thought, you know what, now I'm tough, I'll walk away, he'll get bored, right? Because who in the fuck just is going to sit there and attack an explorer all day? Well, apparently him, because he has nothing better to do. And then he manages to get my other scout too, because instead of standing and fighting there, I ran away. So this was one of those situations, we talk about it in this channel. When things go wrong, sometimes you just start playing badly because you're under a bit of pressure. And I think I kind of did that here. I felt good in the opening, but as soon as my scout was down and my explorer was down, I kind of felt like I was just a little bit naked out in the game. I'm like, geez, I'm just butt naked out here, having a little bit of a hard time. So, plus then I forgot to make villagers, because these are all things, I find, at least for me, I compound my mistakes. So I am going to start to age up pretty much as soon as I can. I do a little bit of a boo-boo here. I should have already had my age up in queue, but I didn't know what I wanted to age up with. I did choose eventually to age up with the 200 gold, and pardon me sniffling on camera, nasty. I did decide to age up with 200 gold in the tower. Of course, he's Ottoman, so I'm expecting Janissaries or Abyss guns or something nasty. If he wanted to be really clever, he could go Fast Fortress from here, which would be nice, because I probably wouldn't see that coming, as I don't have any scouting units, and there's really nothing I can do about it. So I was really bummed at this point. I'm like, well, I'm just sitting in my base waiting for him to come attack me. This sucks. I'm doing a little bit of herding, trying to make sure that all the bison, or buffalo, depending on how you prefer to pronounce them in your country of origin, are heading back towards my town center, and I am trying to make sure that I'll be able to herd and gather effectively even once the enemy opposing pressure is on me. And of course, the auto player is already to the second age. However, this map does give me just a little bit of an advantage, of course. Ottomans need and I mean need. This chair sounds really squeaky to me. I hope it's not as squeaky to you guys. Ottomans really do need a trading post though, so this being a non-trading post based map is going to do me a lot of favors. And here this guy is with his freaking scout attacking my Coureur de Bois, taking it down to nearly half health, and I think, you know what, screw it. We're just gonna shoot with all the Coureur de Bois. I'm being dead serious. Look at this, boom. I get 9 Coureur de Bois in the first stage, rather than gathering resources, shooting down a scout because I'm pissed at him. And then, so, you know, take that, ha. And then I do believe I'm going to do some more clever herding. I build my tower right under my town center so it's safe. I build my barracks. I try to build it a little bit behind my town center so he won't necessarily walk right up to it. And then I vacillate for a little bit. I think, oh, what should I ship? 700 wood, cav, this, that. But I then see those Janissaries walking in, and I think, okay, that's not the coolest thing in the world. So I decide to walk back to my town center just a little bit. But I'm going to pop them all out using the eject key. And I think, you know what? Nope, looks like he's still here. So I'm going to pop them all back out using the eject key. And by the way, guys, I promise I'm really excited about this game. My voice actually hurts a bit to talk. So it's one of those situations where it's like, no videos for 3 days, voice gone, what do I do? Well, I could put up, you know, one of my private special videos, wink, 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 but no, just kidding. I'm not involved in that kind of video making, just the YouTube kind. So, here we go. We do got a lot of villagers on food now because I moved them away from that grove of trees. And notice with that house, it wasn't a great placement, but I did try to put it just slightly more forward. My 8 crossbowmen shipment do arrive. I did ship the 700 wood for 8 crossbowmen because I had seen some pressure from Janissaries. And then I think, you know what, let's go pick up the Explorer, and then let's go see if we can kite some of the enemy Janissaries. Now, for a lot of my newer players, or players who are just not, you know, quite familiar with some of the terminology that's used by some of the old hats, kiting is when you kind of shoot a unit, but then you run back, and then you shoot another unit. So like here, I'm running away, but if I turn around there and shoot a unit deliberately, that's kiting. Now, I didn't do it here. I just completely ran away, and I ran away because I wanted to go look at my economy. Now, here I'm going to do something cool. I press the button Z, and then I right-click, and what that does is it's called the attack move, and you can switch the hotkey up under your options tab. But it means that when you walk forward, your unit will automatically shoot at any unit that appears into range. So that's kind of a nice little trick because it means that they'll creep forward towards that barracks, but they're not just going to walk forward and get shot at. They'll creep forward, and if they see something that they need to, you know, pull out their old crossbows and start shooting at, they'll be like, hey, motherfucker, here's a crossbow to your fucking dome. And so crossbowmen doing some work. Only got 8 of them, though, so a little bit of a bummer. But, hey, and nope, there come his units. And what do we say about fighting battles? He who fights and runs away may live to fight another day. So I think, nope, fuck out of here, I'm gone. 700 wood on the ground. It looks like I do have some Coureur de Bois coming, and I just want to get all my military units on top of my Explorer so he can pop back up. I don't actually really know why. Oh, I think I'm using the all unit go here key. I see that he's building an artillery foundry, so I think, hey, it'd be pretty rad if I could kill his villager before it pops up. I do kill his villager, but not before it pops up. So there's no God in the world, just kidding. We'll leave private religious beliefs to private people. But I was kind of bummed by just the timing of the affair. If I had been there a little bit earlier, I could have stopped that thing from coming up, which meant he would have wasted 300 wood on a failed building. So a little bit of a bummer. Now at this point, though, I do see a lot of his infrastructures all to the right of me, and I think, hey, if he's all to the right, we're going to go to the left. You'll never see that coming. So I do decide to set my new home city waypoint off to the left. Way off to the left. I mean, I'm going to go to the herds on the exact far opposite side of the map, and here I'm kiting, where I shoot a guy, I run away, I chase him, I shoot a guy, I run away. Now, it sounds stupid to like go to all this effort to kill just like 2 or 3 units, but here's the thing about killing 2 or 3 units. If they cost 100 resources a head, that's a lot of resources. 200 to 300 resources, that makes a big difference. And then all of a sudden, if you do have 200 or 300 resources difference, I'm using hotkeys, by the way, to build houses a little bit more efficiently. If you do have 200 or 300 resources, then you all of a sudden find yourself in a slightly more advantageous spot. However, he then does have 5 grenadiers come out and start bombing me. Now, I gotta say, I think either match 12, 13, 11 of my old series, so I'm talking 90 matches ago, I did a British Grenadier rush, and it was fun. So I do highly recommend Grenadiers. But again, with the autos, it is pretty standard to go with... It is very standard, pardon me, not pretty standard. It is very standard to go with Avis Jan as a combo. However, we're going to put all our military units on hotkey 2. We're going to get the Cav on hotkey 3. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gathering. He's not really pressuring my gathering, so we'll go pressure his gathering just a little bit. And then I will leave. Now, what I do here actually is I do shift clicking again. So the minute those settlers are done with that buffalo, they're going to walk over to a herd on the other side of the map. Now, the downside is they're not going to be gathering any resources on the amount of time they're walking, but the upside is they are going to be walking directly away, and I won't have to worry about them away from a conflict zone to a zone where they can just gather freely. And all there is in my town waiting for a red to come in and attack me is a huge ball of infantry prepared to fight him. So my economic infrastructure won't really be damaged if I do it properly. I do kill one villager, however he kind of realizes that giant men on horses with swords coming at you means you shouldn't leave your villagers out in the field. So I decide, you know what, alright, I'm out. And look at that, by the way, he had that 2 scout treasure right in his town, so that's some unfair BS, if I may say so myself. At this point, though, I'm going to keep making muskets, and I did make muskets for a reason. Not sure what it is. No, just kidding. The reason why I made muskets was I was worried that crossbows just won't get it done. So, was that it? I don't know why. Oh, no, I was worried about cav or something. I don't know. I was just worried crossbows won't get it done. I mean that. I just don't know why I didn't think crossbows would get it done. I thought, well, crossbows won't get the job done, but I didn't have a good reason why a lot of crossbows won't get the job done. So I have 10 crossbows there. I bet 8 of them or so are from my home city shipment. I only made 3 or 4 on the side and probably lost 1 or 2 already. But, no, I just thought crossbow main mass wasn't a good idea, and at this point I'm floating a lot of resources, so I really should be looking to get up to the next age. I will try to age up in a little bit, but again, it's at 11 minutes. He's not in age 3, I'm not in age 3. I'm sitting in my town waiting for him to do something. All my hussar are, of course, on one hotkey, and I'm just thinking, alright, we can just sit here in this maze of buildings. The good thing about building buildings in an extremely frustrating pattern, if you will, like this, is that when he does navigate in, his units are going to spend time walking around the buildings rather than having a clear path. And that might sound stupid, but it's helpful. Now, if you see that huge maze of houses and barracks, that would probably be the most helpful if that was kind of facing towards whichever direction he was coming from. But it's not the end of the world either. It's decent enough. Plus, if I do get pushed back to my barracks, as you will see what will happen coming up soon, it will allow me to run behind those houses and kind of use the pathing to cause some difficulties. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. My hussar are running around. I was thinking, alright, well, maybe we can run in front of his artillery foundry and kill a unit or 2, but then there's his entire army. I'm thinking, what the hell is this guy doing in front of his artillery foundry when, you know, he could be attacking me? But he's playing overly cautious, in my opinion, and I'm a little bit frustrated. So I'm thinking, all right, we're going Musk Huss, and let's move in. So what I decided to do here, actually, is I believe in about 30 seconds, and by 30 seconds I mean 4 seconds. And by the way, I'm always populationed out, no matter what, even when I'm playing French. I'm going to bring all the Hussar down to the battle, or at least close to the battle. So where my thought was, all right, let's say we get in a fight, and he gets his grenadiers and his Abyss gun off to the back, and then I can bring the Hussar in from the rear, because we do like grabbing things from the rear. I can bring my Hussar in from the rear and then take advantage of this fight. And meanwhile, I was thinking, you know what, I should probably start to age. I got a lot of resources, I got a lot of time, let's do this. So I decided to ship 700 gold, thinking that'd be pretty nice. And in comes his death ball of units, and I think, you know what, there's no need to fight this. So we're just going to run straight away. I do think I lose a unit or 2 in that running, but I don't think I lose too many. So I do feel like I got okay with the trade. And here we run into the maze's houses, and unfortunately for him, he has an Abyss gun and a Janissary follow in. And how many resources is that he just lost? I mean, I think Abyss guns are about 125, Janissaries are 100. He just lost 225 resources worth of units for really no substantial gain. Well, let's say I lost a crossbow in the exchange. That's losing 80 total resources, 40 food, 40 wood, of course. So it's not actually that bad of a trade for me for these kind of little kiting trades, just because Ottoman units are expensive and my units are not. The only downside, of course, is that my units will surrender more without warning. But it's always a danger of playing French. You just got to be prepared for it. So I do have the ability to age up. I hover for about a millisecond, literally only a millisecond, over the age up fast button. I'm like, do I really want to age up fast? And I decided not to. And here's the reason why I decided not to age up fast. Now, normally, I'm from the school of thought that says, always age up fast no matter what. Here's why I did not age up fast with this match. When you age up, you're spending, at least to age 3, 2,200 resources to get more upgrades and better units. But you're not getting that 2,200 resources in any discernible way, shape, or pattern, right? So, and I mean this in that you might get a free skirmisher upgrade if you're Dutch, or you might get access to better cards, but those 2,200 units isn't equivalent to 2,200 resources of units on the field, right? So I'm thinking, well, 6 skirms, that's only worth 400 or 500 resources, but that's 400 and 500 more resources I get back in my cost relative to if I didn't get that, if that makes any sense. So I was thinking, all right, so I'll get some units back from the age up. So it's not a complete loss, because normally you're weak when you're aging up because you invest all this money in the beginning of the next age and taking a break from unit production. So I, of course, decide to eat the cow and think, all right, this is it. So my plan is we'll try to get to this age, and then we'll try to make our musketeers just a little bit better, and then send some cannons, because if he's not in the 3rd age and not having cannons, then I feel pretty good about it. So I do start to bring in my cav and bring in my infantry mass. Actually, why am I attacking here? No, I pull back. Okay, I think I want to attack. You know me. I'm used to playing Russian. I'm used to putting a blockhouse on somebody's head and just trying to spam struts until I win. So I'm always very motivated to kind of rush in and go for the throat. And here comes his big attack, and I noticed it on the mini-map, so I buy market upgrades. Look at this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. BTM buying market upgrades. He does manage to kill a couple Courrier de Bois, but it's fortunate for me I can run them to a mine on the other side of my town. And I do feel like I'm in a little bit of a good spot here where his units are spread out and mine are in a nice huddled mass, so I'll be able to go in for the kill. I do, however, make a iffy choice, and I don't know if this is a good choice or not, but I do decide to just throw all my Hussar in there and melee everything. I know he's got some grenadiers, I know he's got some abbas, I know he has mostly Jans, but I didn't really see any good reason not to. And I thought if it did distract him or make him waste time, you know, all clicking his Jans and having them walk around, then maybe that'd be very profitable for me. So at this point, that's exactly what I've done. I've killed a good amount. I lost about 8 of my Hussar, which probably wasn't the greatest trade in the world. But in cost, it looks like I am going to be able to clean up this fight. Now, I might have been able to clean up this fight no matter what, but look, having those Hussars slam into the back of his army, having the 6 extra skirms pop probably was a pretty good thing. Having double racks out to make skirms was probably pretty good. And being in the 3rd age was probably pretty good as well. So as you can see, I use my hotkeys to build more houses. That's so easy, guys. Playing this game for years and never really bothered to use hotkeys, so probably should have done it sooner. I'm probably going to become a hotkey junkie now, like for real now. Like now that I've learned how great they are, like I just want to use hotkeys all the time. But I don't know all the hotkeys yet, and will I learn them or not? I don't know yet, but either way, here we go. Now we have some momentum. I'm thinking, all right, we're going to burn down this house, burn down this barracks. By house, I mean tower. We're going to burn down this tower, burn down this barracks. We're going to send the 2 cannons, and then I'm going to send, of course, the pikeman shipment. Now, I don't know why the pikeman shipment's in the deck, probably just a holdover from a past day, but the reason why I have that pikeman shipment, pardon me for dropping that, I don't know if y'all heard that, the reason for me having the pikeman shipment, of course, is in case he does age up to 3, or have some Hussar to come out after my massive skirms. I don't, pardon me, want to lose my cannons needlessly either. And since I have the shipment available, I thought, you know what, why not? Let's do that. I was going to make some more musketeers, but I'm a little bit low on the old gold. And then I decided to make some cuirassiers instead. So I thought, you know what, let's make some heavy cav. This is French, that's what they're known for, and I've never really actually used cuirassiers in game. I think I've played I've played maybe 5 games with French over a 10-year, 8-year span in the game. I mean, seriously, like it's French. I just kind of feel dirty when I play. It's kind of like making love to a French woman. You love it. It's exhilarating. It's exciting, but you feel a little bit dirty afterwards. And it almost feels to me like French is too easy. It's like a normal Civ that just works. You know what I mean? Everything just kind of clicks. The units are good. The shipments are good. Even though you only get 4 Courrier de Bois, not 5, it's still pretty nice. I do decide at this point, though, to ignore that tower on the side and just go straight for his town center. I feel pretty good about my ability to start taking things down. So I'm going to get all the pikemen running up to join my cannon. I decided to leave my cannons in place and hanging back just a little bit because I think, you know what? There's no point to have the cannons rush in until their support units arrive. So we are going to get some cuirassiers and some Hussar, pardon me, pikemen, not Hussar, to protect them, and I'm going to start creeping all that forward. He does send out his Minutemen. I'm going to walk the obligatory, hey, I don't want to fight Minutemen this second back, because Minutemen lose health each second, so it's pretty easy just to walk back and then come back 10 seconds later and kill them then. But I felt like I was in a pretty commanding situation. It felt like Minutemen were just a little bit too late for him, so I decided to kill the Minutemen, and I am burning the houses. You might say, BTM, why were you burning the houses? Well, part of the reason why I was burning the houses is because each 10 pop of houses, of course, is another unit shipment he can't send. So if, you know, I do manage to pop. So I think, all right, we're good here. And then I just keep my cav back to sit on his town. But he chooses to resign, of course, because at this point the writing was on the wall. So this was a good game. I'm not going to do a quote of the day today because I feel like crap, and I mean I have to go find a quote and then put in a little title card, and I have the chills really bad and my voice is hurting. Honestly, it was a real pain to bring this match to you, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm alive, I care about you, I think about each and every one of you every night. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good luck, happy hunting, BTM. About to leave. Quick look through the post game, all felt pretty good. My KD was decent-ish for the amount of units I had left at the game. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good luck and happy hunting.